Hi everyone, this is Monica Sodi, your transformation coach. Welcome again to another session of New Heights. Thank you so much for joining. Let's walk through today the challenges of fear. A wise saint of Orient once said that the greatest gift of an individual is fearlessness. We often confuse fearlessness with body courage. But two are totally different. One is related to body, the other is related to the power of the mind. Fearlessness is a much higher version than the bodily courage, and it has to do with the state of mind. Therefore, what is fear? Fear is an emotion induced by a perceived threat. For example, let us take a case of an individual who, when he was a child or she was a child, witnessed massive floods. Now, whenever that individual sees a lot of water or a river overflowing, he or she is gripped with the fear of water. And how does one feel when one is gripped with fear? The entire body sometimes starts trembling. The heart starts beating fast. The blood sugar level goes up. I remember when I was a child in school, by turns we had to take assembly. And when my turn would come, I would often say to myself and pray to the God, hope it doesn't happen. Hope it rains. Hope it is windy today. Hope the assembly somehow does not take place. But that would not happen. So I would eventually go up to the podium and start speaking. And the first few minutes, believe you me, used to be butterfly in my stomach. I used to fumble at certain words because I had fear of speaking amongst so many people when I was young. We were a strength of 1,000, which we were addressing by turns, taking assembly. So when these reactions are happening in body, what is happening? The mind is giving a signal to the body that yes, there is a threat, and the body in turn is preparing for the threat. So that, what is it doing? It is inducing more glucose into the tissues. So the heartbeat becomes faster, the BP becomes, on the higher side. As per the research quoted by Richard Bandler, there are only two types of fears that one is born with. That is the fear of falling and the fear of noises. In a poem, Observation, the reality of fears has been portrayed very beautifully. There are few lines which I am very fond of, and I'll read out to you. I quote and I read out those lines to you. You're not scared of heights. You're afraid of falling. You're not afraid of people around you. You're just afraid of rejection. You're not afraid to try again. You're just afraid of getting hurt for the same reason. In the course of journey, all of us develop different kind of fears. Some develop fears due to height. Some develops fear of rejection. Some develop fear of failure. No matter what the nature of fear is, but the common thing is that when the fear grips us, it envelops us totally. We are not able to think beyond that. We cannot observe the possibilities, other roads, other options, because our mind is 100% focusing on the perceived threat, that is the fear. But folks, the good news is, since these fears are acquired, therefore it follows that what is learnt can also be unlearned. Fear inoculation is one of the most challenging and also one of the most rewarding prospects before us. Research has listed about 500 fear and phobias. Guys, if fears are not treated at an early stage, they turn into phobias, and phobia turns into psychosomatic disorders like high BP, anxiety, etc. How often we all must have experienced that when we drive our car through a market, a bunch of dogs sometimes chase our car. But the moment we stop the car, they turn and they run away. This is the case with fear also. The moment we start challenging them, they diminish and ultimately they move away from our life. However, if we don't treat them, they become phobias and the situation becomes worse when it becomes an anxiety disorders or any other psychosomatic aberrations. Therefore, treat your fears very early, challenge them, kill the monster when it is a baby. Let me share a few tools and techniques offered by the science of neuro-linguistic programming. The first is a very powerful affirmation I'm sharing with you, and this affirmation is given by Louis Hay, who is one of the renowned transformational coach. It goes like this. Please say slowly in your mind, I understand stress is nothing but fear. I understand stress is nothing but fear, and I release all my fears, and I release all my fears. And while you are saying this, make it more powerful by adding emotions, by adding pictures to it. And also, as I've been saying in my earlier videos, that please do these affirmations morning and evening, because this is the time that your subconscious mind is most active and receptive. And the second technique, that is another tool of neuro-linguistic programming, and this is offered by one of the founders of neuro-linguistic programming himself. It goes like this. He says, relive a memory in the past. Relive an extremely memory in the past, which is very, very laughable. It doesn't, it's unstoppable. Relive all the thoughts, all the pictures, all the emotions that you are feeling at that particular moment. Now, during that laughter, think of a fear which is haunting you. Think of a fear that is haunting you while you are still laughing, while you are still reliving that memory. You will find the intensity of that fear has gone down. Do it 3-4 times, and on a scale of 10, you will gradually see that the emotion of fear is gradually diminishing. And the third is, change the way you think of the fear. That is, change the representation of the image that you have in your mind of the fear. Once you change the image, your physiology will change. Your body reaction will be different. And you'll be able to combat your fear in a much more powerful way. Hope guys you found this video interesting. I'm coming up with a masterclass in the month of March. Do join me if all these videos, if all these talks interest you. Also, I'll be seeing you next Wednesday, same time. Stay blessed, stay happy. Till then, goodbye, good night, bye-bye.